Welcome to Sports Geek Throwback. Here's your host, the sports geek himself, Sean Callanan.
G'day, I'm Sean Callanan from Sports Geek and welcome to Sports Geek Throwback, where I pick out the best bits from the Sports Geek podcast archive. For this week's Sports Geek Throwback, I go back to episode 109 with Pete Holtermann, published in Feb 2016. Remember, if you need help across your digital marketing and sponsorship teams, please get in touch. That's what we do in applying the digital to dollars process to help your team build revenue. In this throwback episode, Pete and I discuss knowing your audience and why you need to engage them all the time. Remember, you can listen to this episode in full at sportsgeekhq.com/109. Enjoy.
I think what you just said there is, defining your different audiences for your different tennis. So Cincinnati has that, global appeal. It's an important date on the calendar. Players are going there to defend points, all of that kind of thing. It's like you have to attend, and so it has a different audience, and you have to cater for those two audiences, the tennis fan and the local fan. Whereas, Houston is more in that local focus and almost in that educating mode. You want to get someone to their first tennis tournament. That's how you go about doing it.
And that's actually where we go back to Facebook and the fact that you can geotag things. You can cater a message specific to that Cincinnati ticket buyer versus doing something that's more broad. So if there's something going on in Cincinnati and we really want to push our community involvement, we can do that and localize it rather than having to do that to the global audience.
Yep. And that's the thing, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that now, either just by the targeting or by them pushing it from an advertising point of view. So in your time, starting out things social in tennis, it would have been, hey, let's get the message out, let's build awareness. How much is that moving from that engagement piece and getting the content out to, one of the themes of the podcast, cheeks on the seats, getting ticket buyers, whether it's a 3,500, stadium or, like here at the Rod Laver with 15,000 and, 60, 70,000 turning up every single day. What part of, the advice and the strategy you're giving tournaments is in that ticketing component?
We're doing a lot to use social to really advertise, show off the tournament. Here's what's happening. And tennis is a unique sport because it's a day-long event. It's not coming out for a basketball game or Big Bash League or NFL. It's not a 3-hour investment. You're there all day, which gives us a whole lot in the social tool chest because we can talk about here's all the food we have. There are fashion shows going on. There's all that other event around the actual tournament that you can really push and use that to attract the audience. So socially, you want to show that off as much as you can. And, I had a conversation a few years ago. Somebody was talking about, well, we could get a billboard in Times Square. And I said, yeah, you could. It's pretty expensive. And you have no metrics.
Yeah. Or we could send something out to mothers of teenagers that we know play tennis, and actually get them to, and we can tell you exactly how many we saw and how many clicked through, and at a fraction of the cost.
And we can go and, follow up and say, hey, we saw you open the email, but you haven't purchased yet. What can we do? You can then take it to the next level, follow up email, get on the phone, and really push the sales that way because you're going to know exactly who's looked at it.
If you like this Sports Geek Throwback episode, please check out the full episode at sportsgeekhq.com. Please share Sports Geek with your sports business colleagues. We appreciate you sharing. We love working with podcast listeners. Please get in touch so we can help your team. Go to sportsgeekhq.com/phone call. All Sports Geek episodes are available at sportsgeekhq.com and all podcast platforms.